points ahead of the Rome E-Prix in 2021. We've got Lucas De Grassi, we've got Nyck De Vries, and maybe Sam Bird. Lucas, we'll start with you. Thank you for joining us today. Back on a real proper street track, how good does that feel?
First of all, it's a pleasure being back in Rome since 2 years now. So congratulations to Formula E and to everybody that, and I guess everybody from Rome that allowed this race to happen, because it is not short of a miracle that we are here racing this weekend and with all the right protocols and everything, but it's fundamental that we go back to racing street tracks like we are racing this weekend. For me, this is one of the most beautiful tracks of the season in terms of it's extremely technical, high speed, you have hairpins, you have overtaking points. They've done a fantastic job on resurfacing the track to a very high standard. So yeah, it's an amazing, it is really good to be racing back in street tracks that is the core of this championship in the middle of the cities, and Rome was fundamental for me since the beginning, so it's really good being back here.
And just talk us through some of the changes, because there's only really 2 or 3 corners that are the same, that sort of run down the hill. Everything else is different, even though it's in the same place.
Exactly, corner 17, 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, 1, 2, 3 is the same. Also, one corner, I think corner 14 also is the same. The rest is all new, so like 80% new corners, longer straights. Yeah, I think it's basically everybody starting from zero. 2 years we've been here. Last year was kind of rainy, damp situation, very different track. The cars have changed a lot. Everybody with a new car, everybody has homologated new cars since then. So I think it's basically 100% new for everyone.
Yeah. Well, best of luck for the weekend. Sam, we'll move on to you. Winner of the first Rome E-Prix in 2017, winner of the last race in Diriyah, so you must be feeling fairly confident coming in? Group qualifying, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, group qualifying certainly is going to make it difficult. Firstly, I want to echo what Lucas said. I think a lot of acknowledgement needs to be to Formula E and everybody that made this happen, because it is a bit of a miracle that we are here racing in such an iconic city. Given the circumstances, it's amazing. So, well done, Formula E as a team. And thank you, Rome, for allowing us in. Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Group 1 is never an ideal situation, let's put it that way. There is a reason why us drivers sometimes grumble about it. It is slower than the other groups, but look, we'll try our best, whether that's to try and get through to Super Bowl or try and secure a reasonable spot so we can go racing and at least push towards some decent points. But yeah, very much looking forward to the races here. The circuit now is awesome. Should make for a really, really fun spectacle.
How surprised were you that you won in your first weekend with Jaguar? Is that the sort of stuff you obviously hoped would happen, but realistically it's going to be tough, or were you kind of feeling that confident going into the weekend?
I was feeling reasonable going into the weekend. I saw that the pace on day 1 was strong. And then, I mean, all the cards sort of fell our way in qualifying, and sitting 3rd on the grid in that particular race, I felt quietly confident that we could execute a very good race. You've still got to do a good job, obviously, and we were able to do that, but we were handed a decent pair of cards, as it were. I'm still getting up to speed with the team, but we're at a fairly decent level now, and our understanding is getting better and better. So it was a little surprise, but yeah, it was a little surprise.
Okay, great. Well, best of luck for the weekend. Nyck, finally turning to you. Firstly, your thoughts on Rome, because there weren't many, if any, full street tracks like this on the calendar last year in your debut season. So how different does this feel to tracks you've raced on before?
Yeah, I don't really want to become repetitive to what Lucas and Sam already mentioned, but I think we should really show some great appreciation for first of all being here, but mostly for being able to race at such a a cool track. I think this is really what Formula E is about. It's the DNA of the championship, and we should really be pushing to continue to build these tracks in city centres. And I am very, very much looking forward to actually get the real Formula E experience with, a track at least, some corners you could count 4 to 6 different tarmacs through the entry and exit phase. So it's going to bring a lot of different challenges, but I'm very much looking forward to it, and I really hope that we can continue to really go to these venues, because that is what I think Formula E is about.
In Diriyah, you became the first driver in Formula E history to top every practice session, group qualifying, super pole, and win the race. Were you surprised by that level of dominance? Or again, similar question to Sam, so did you expect that or think that might be possible coming into Diriyah?
Well, a little bit. I mean, frankly speaking, we didn't expect to have such a strong first day. Obviously, after Berlin, we did a lot of time, or we spent a lot of time analysing our competitors and analysing our weaker and stronger areas, and we did what we could to try and improve our package. But when you're testing alone, it's hard to really assess how much progress you're making, especially because the differences are so subtle and done in so much little detail. And then Valencia, well, we always said it's a very underrepresented track, and we actually ended up going there, unfortunately, but it still didn't really represent, I think, a true level of or a true picture of where we were as a team. And then Saudi was kind of the first time we actually went on a proper kind of street track. I do believe, some of the contenders were obviously in Group 1, which helped, but I was still in Group 2, so it wasn't straightforward. But it just appeared to be a very strong weekend, and we take it on those days. We have to take it and have to execute. And very pleased to at least have scored, our first win. So I kind of tick the box, and now we can look forward, look ahead, and make sure we keep getting the points. But this weekend is certainly going to be a very different challenge in Group 1.